Hello. Shall we start? Mr. Anil.
Yeah, Ashraf, you can start. I can hear you.
I didn't get response. That's the reason. Sorry. Okay. Let me just open file. Okay. First, we will check, and I think you have sent. You have said you want 6, 7, 10, 14, 15. Okay. So let me just solve this 15th one. So 15th one is very clear. You have to create a logical volume with LVM. File name should be lvm.yml in all nodes according to the following requirement. Okay, so we must give host pattern all because they've mentioned very well it should be okay. Number one, create a new logical volume data. So LV name should be data. LV should be member of research volume group. So you don't have to create VG. VG, okay, already exists. VG already exists. No need to create VG. You have to create on LV only data. Should be on every managed hosts. Next, size of the LV should be 1500 megabyte MB. 1500 MB LV must be created. To create 1500 MB LV, there should be at least 1500 MB free space in research VG. So VG already exists. No need to create VG. You have to create LV. Name of LV should be data. Size must be 1500 MB and on every managed host. It should be formatted with ext for file system. Yes, should be formatted with ext for file system. So we have to format also. Okay, there are some demands. You see, if VG does not exist, if this VG does not exist, say for example, okay, actually VG exists, so they are testing your coding skill, understanding. So they are saying if this volume group doesn't exist, then it should print the message VG not found. Okay, so VG really okay would be will be available, but they are just checking your coding skill. So you must write a okay task to display VG not found if there is no research. I mean there is no VG exist. If the VG cannot accommodate 1500, they are asking you to create 1500 megabytes. If this VG doesn't doesn't have this much space, then what should happen? Size, then it should print LV cannot be okay. This also they are just testing your coding skill. You try to understand. VG already exists, and you can create 1500 MB data LV also, but they're just testing your coding skill by demanding you to write two more extra tasks which will display different messages. Understanding, LV cannot be created with following size. This message should be printed. Then LV should be created with 800 MB of size. If there is no, okay, so this all really, testing coding skill. And do not perform any mounting for this LV. This is what question. So let me just repeat. There is an existing VG. Name of the VG is research. What you have to do is you have to create LV by name data. Size of the LV should be 1500. Should be created on every managed host in your particular environment. And also you have to, once you have created LV, you have to format with ext for file system. Okay, and if VG doesn't exist, your code should print VG doesn't exist on screen. Okay, if VG doesn't have much space to create LV as required size, it should print a message on screen. LV cannot be created with following size. And it should be. So here, and in the sense like there will be a condition, right? There will be a condition. Then LV should be created with 800 MB. Okay, do not perform any. Okay, no need to mount. So what I'll do is I'll make ready first one VG in my. Okay, let's take server A. I'll take server A. In server A, I'll just add one hard disk. Okay, I'll show you only on server. If you want server viewer, but that is really hectic. Okay, I'll just show you on server A. Listen, it's very easy. There's so many hard disks. I'll remove it. It's added for some other purpose. Add 20 GB hard disk or 10 GB hard disk. Set hard disk. I'm going to create a partition fdisk /disk SDA and new. One second, sorry. In SDB right now, there are so many disks showing here. Okay, let me just select SDB. Okay, SDB. DB is not taking, then which is 20 GB SDE. I'll go for SDE. Yes. I'll just say like new, create new partition, primary. Okay, I'll create 2 GB partition. Okay, plus 2 GB partition created. LP print. Okay, partition access. W. Okay, WQ. Writing kit, and I'll just give part probe. You please try to understand, you don't have to create partition. You don't have to create VG. VG will be, okay, VG will be available on every machine. Understanding that will be available in your lab setup. I mean, exam lab setup, exam machines. You don't have to create it. I'm just creating because we don't have. Now, just to say like VGS, there is one VG that is part of operating system. I'm just going to create one VG first. For that, I have to create PV. So I'll just say /dev/SDE1. Okay, PVS. One PV is created SDE. I'm just going to create a VG. Name of the VG should be research. Okay, so I'll just create VG create. Okay, VG name should be research. And which PV you want to add /dev/SDE1. Okay, now check VGS. Yes, VG is available. Name of the VG is research. Okay, you don't have to do this setup. It will be ready in your exam machine. Okay, come back to this. And size of the VG is less than 2 GB. So anyway, we can easily create 1500 MB of LV. Really? Okay. Now what I'll do is, okay, instead of writing complete code, I'll just copy it. Okay, I'll just copy and I'll keep proper. Copied, and I'll just paste in this machine. Okay, I'll say like vim lvm.yml. Vim lvm.yml. Okay, I'll just paste here, and later I'll just do all adjustments. I'll just keep proper indentation. Look here. So there is no. I didn't customize Vim editor, so we'll face some difficulties here. Okay. So So just name here, name of the play. I'll just give some name. Okay, leave it. Some name. Name doesn't matter. And I'll keep proper indentation. No time. That's the reason. And ignore errors. I'll tell you why we have added ignore errors here. It's very easy to understand. Task, and this is the first task. And name, I'll just give something. Okay, because typing will take time. We will lose our time there. Okay, here I'm just keep pressing arrow. I mean space bar because I didn't customize it. Okay, leave it. It will take time. Size of the VG. Okay, size of the LV should be. Okay, I'll explain it before execution. No worries. Look here. So, host have given all because it's very, I mean, mentioned very clearly in our question. You must run this particular task, I mean, the particular YAML file on every machine in your infrastructure. Okay. So, ignore errors. I'll explain. Please wait. Tasks. First task is to create LV. Okay, first task is to create LV. What is the module name? LVOL. Means L stands for logical, VOL volume, logical volume. And what's the first argument? Name of the LV data. So LV. And second argument VG. You have to mention in which VG you want to create LV. Okay. Next is size of the LV. So it's all clear. Understand? So I think I don't have to explain, but this is okay. We didn't practice any type of these questions in our practicals. I mean while studying, but it's very easy to understand. Next is once you have created this, you have to format it. For formatting, file system is the module used. Okay, file system type is very easy to remember, ext4, and device details. So device details means you must give the complete name. So we call it as absolute path of the LV, absolute path of LV. What's the name of LV data, which is in research, VG, and this is in device. So these two are very clear. Next is again a task, but we didn't name it. We didn't name it. If you want, you can give you can give a name for this task also. Understanding. So that's not needed because this is just to print a message. So which module is used? Debug module is used. Okay, debug module is used. But okay, for what? To print this message on screen. But there is a to print this message on screen. But there is condition. What's the condition? Ansible underscore LVM. What is Ansible underscore LVM? Ansible underscore LVM is actually Ansible. Okay, Ansible facts variable. I've told you facts variable always start with Ansible. Ansible underscore LVM dot VGS dot research is not defined. Means what's the meaning? If there is no any VG in this name, is not defined. Okay, is not defined is you might be remembering. I've told you there are so many prepositions and so many like conjunctions we use with condition. You might be remember we have used like Ansible distros in is understand. So is not defined means this particular, okay, particular, if this particular VG is not available, what should happen? Okay, you should send a message, it should display message on screen, VG not found. We will test it, please wait. Okay, VG not found. Okay, next debug again. So if you want, you can just name this task. It's not needed because debug is just used to print message on screen. Message LV cannot be created with following size. So what is that? And same thing, VGS research dot size underscore. If you want, I'll show this. Please wait. Okay, underscore. Okay, is less than 1.5. Less than 1.5 means you cannot create 1500. Okay, I mean 1500 MB LV cannot be created. In that, okay, what should happen? LV cannot be created with following size. Okay, and finally, what if there is no, okay, 1500 MB, there will be some space available. Okay, then what you have to do? You have to create a new LV. You have to create LV with 500 MB. So that is what understanding when it should be created. If the size of your research VG is less than 1.5 MB, 1.5 GB means 1500 MB. Understanding? So here we have added ignore errors. I've taught this ignore errors. This is a strategy we use to, ignore the errors. You know what? Like Ansible has, one basic character. If any task fails, what will happen? That okay, that suppose this task fail, then what will happen? Other all tasks will be, I mean, complete play will be aborted. So imagine if there is no 1500 MB, 1500 MB available in your research VG, then what will happen? This first task will fail, right? Then remaining will not be executed. Then what is the use of this? So that's the reason. Imagine, okay, if there is no 1500 MB available, what will happen? Ignore errors we added. So okay, ignore errors we have added. So this will, I mean, Ansible engine will ignore this error, and it will go. Okay, it will not execute this reason. This VG is not, this LV is not created. Understanding? LV is not created. It will print this message. It will print this message on screen. What? VG not found. VG not found. Understanding? Finish. And imagine, okay, there is no 1500 MB available. VG is available, but 1500 MB is not available. Then what? These two will be failed. These two will be failed. Understanding? Okay, VG is there, so this will not be printed because the condition based, right? Condition based. This will not be printed because VG is there, but size is less than 1500 MB. Then what? It will print this message on screen. Okay, because condition is, there is condition, and also there is condition here. It will execute this particular task also. Understanding? This particular task also will be executed. Look at this. VG not found. VG not found. Then what? Okay, this task will not be executed because what's the condition? Condition is what? Research VG. VG is not there. Research VG. VG is not there. So these two tasks will not be executed. I think it's clear. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just try to, there is a chance for error. Let's see. Okay, before that, I just want to show you, I'll just try to show you the LV, LV is available in server A, right? Okay, so one moment. Copy this. This is enough. Ansible LVM is here. LVM, okay. Ansible LVM is enough. I'll just go for this. Look here, I'm just going to execute an Ansible allow command on server A, and -m module is okay. So here I'm just going to gather the basic, I mean, facts of this particular machine. I'll just say filter equal to, okay, anyway, filter equal to Ansible underscore LVM, okay, on this class. Look here, Ansible LVM, Ansible LVM. Understanding? LVM name is actually, sorry, not LVM. Okay, if you just give LVM no use anyway, you just scroll down, you can see here. Ansible, we can give filter completely also, but I have given LVM only. Ansible LVM. If you come down, you can see there is research, understanding, research. If there is no research, we have already created, right? That's the reason research VG is okay available here. Okay, research VG is available here. You just try to execute same on server B. Look here. Research LVM is not available. Okay, sorry, research VGS is not available. There is another VG that name is VGCS, that is what operating system related, but research is not available. Understanding? So research is available here. Its size is 2 GB. We have created. So that is what we have used in this. Look at this. What's the okay? See what research dot size underscore G less than. Understanding, right? That's all. Now we'll just try to execute it. Let's see what will happen. And before that, you just come to this machine and check LVS. There is LV. Okay, root CS swap. Is there any LV by name data? No. Now we are going to execute our. Okay, I'll just say Ansible playbook. Okay, and what LVM, right? Okay, there's a chance for error. If there is error, we will shoot it. Okay, the server is not because we have given all, right? So that's the reason in server A only executed. Understanding? Because on B it is not available. The search is not available on B, so it's okay. Executed successfully on A. Understanding? For look here for server A, skipping server A, server VG not found. Okay, 1 second. Look here. You can easily understand what is this. Okay, server B, VG not found. Correct, right? There is no research VG on server B. But look at server A. Check server A. LV created. What's LV name? Data. What's the VG name? Research. And what's the size? 1.6. Because like okay, some MB means 4 MB. One complete extension would be used for metadata, right? So that's the reason it's showing 1.56. Understanding? So this is how we create it. So if you want to test it, you can test in so many ways. What I'll do is I'm just going to delete this, research VG. I'm just going to delete research VG. Let's see what will happen. Okay. I'll just, I think, Anil, should I show that testing? If you want, I can do it. But time is very important. Okay, if you want, we can test it. Like we will remove research VG from server A, and we will try to execute same, play again. Let's see what will happen. And also we can create, VG with less than 1.5 GB. Then let's see what will happen. If you want, anyway, I'll show that. Setup is completely available. I'll just delete it. Okay, I'll just delete first VG. So VG contain LV, so I'll just delete LV first. Okay, LV remove. Okay. LV is not mounted, so I can easily remove. LV name / research. Okay, data remove. Yes. Okay, and I'm just going to remove VG. VG remove. VG name is research. Okay, and VGS. There is no VG research. I'm just going to execute this particular task again. Okay, this time what I'll do is I'll just go and make little changes in the play. Instead of running on every machine, I'll just give server A only. We have set up in server A only, so I'll just try to run on server A. Server A. Okay, let me execute it again. Try to understand there is no VG. Okay, there is no VG. Okay, VG name what? Okay, condition failed, ignoring. Conditions fail, right? And look here, it's showing VG not found. Now what I'll do is I'll create a VG. I'll create a VG, but size of the VG will be less than 1.5 GB. Let me just go and create VG here. Okay, we have a partition. I'll just I'll create new partition. Okay, fdisk // SDE I'm going to create already one partition exists. I'm going to create new partition. Okay, I'll give plus 1 GB, 1 gigabyte created. WQ418 bit part 4. Part 4 is not mandatory here. Anyway, okay, let's be okay. There are two partitions. I'm planning to give second partition. Second partition size is okay 1 GB. I'm just going to add it to PV. Okay, so I'll just say PV create and slash does slash SDE2 add PVs. There are two PVs available, three PV, but SDE2 is available. I'm just going to create the search LV. Sorry, the search VG create. Okay, search and slash does slash SDE2 is added. SDE2, but that is 1 GB, right? Okay, VGS size of the VG is less than 1500 MB. Clear. Now what I'll do is I'll just try to execute this particular. Okay, I'm in particular play again. Look here, what will happen? First ignoring. Okay, second ignoring, because first ignoring first failed, because first task is to create LV with 1500 MB but no size. Second task is to format the created LV but didn't create it, so ignoring. Third task is to print a message on screen if VG not found. VG is there, so skipped. Fourth task is to print a message on screen if the VG doesn't have 1.5 GB. Yes, print it. And fifth task is for creating LV with 800 or 500 MB created. Check. One new LV might have created. Okay, LV name is what data. Okay, 500 MB, right? 500 MB. Understand here there is a chance for confusion because in question they have mentioned 800 MB, but here we have mentioned 500. Okay, no problem. You please try to understand. This is like I've told you, we are not getting these questions in exam from Red Hat. Okay, so one who have attended exams will contribute their questions. So finally we will not be remembering all questions, right? So that is a mistake. So forget it. When you are doing, you must check it well. Okay, so if anything, please ask. So completely tested. If you have any questions, you can ask now.
No, clear, Ashraf, regarding
okay.
This question.
Then we will go for 14th one. Okay, 14th one is there's a chance for confusion is quite normal. Okay, anyway, I'll just try to, because I have to go to office also.
Yeah, no problem.
I usually go 9 o'clock, but today I can sit till 9:30, no problem. Okay. So create user account. So there's a chance for, because this question is really huge. There are a lot of things, and this is completely dependent on another question. So that is very important. This question is what you have a list of user, like a dictionary. I'll just create dictionary first, then only it will be very easy. I'm just going to create a dictionary, which can be used in loop to create multiple user accounts. In dictionary, I'll use what username as well as job. Okay, let me create it. I'll make you understand. Please wait. We will create user underscore list dot yml. That is what they have given in. Okay, so let me just read the questions, not completely. A list of users to be created can be found in the file called user.list. Sorry, user underscore list.yaml. So this file is actually available. This file is available in your machine. Okay, in your machine means path is given. Path will be given. See, path is given here. So you have to download it from the path. So if I want to show you downloading and all, okay, I can show you, it's not a problem. Let me just make it ready. Look here. Instead of creating that file here, what I'll do is I'll just come out from this. I'll create a file on server A, but I have to do many things here. So if you want to download by using this link, it should be an Apache server, right? So I'm just going to make it Apache. I'll just make server as Apache. I'll install yum install httpd-y. Please wait for a moment. One second. LSBLK. Okay, so problem is here. Fail this connection operation. Moment. I'll just mount it and /del /sr0 /mnt is mounted successfully. Now I'll just try to install. It's getting installed. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just start the service systemctl enable hyphen now what HTTPD, right? HTTP started. I'll just create a file vim slash document root. You might be knowing. I'll tell you one thing, to solve this paper you must have good knowledge in RHCSA concept. Okay, that is very important. HTML. In this I'll create a file users. What is the name they have given? User list.yaml. Okay, user list.yml. Okay, so in this what I'll do is I'll just mention this should be a dictionary. Okay, this is really already given in your exam. You don't have to create it. Okay, please try to understand. You asked me to show like this, that's the reason I'm showing. Normally we take like we will just read question. In possible things we will just show practically. Impossible things we will normally explain to the candidates. Well, that is what we do, but you asked me to show, so that's what I'm showing. So you don't have to create, no need to create this file in any machine. Okay, so this will be given in exam. You have to just download it, but we don't have, so I'm going to create it now. Here I'll just say like this should be a YAML file. So YAML file should always start with 3 dashes. Okay, and I'll just say user colon, and I'll just give hyphen. This is like you please state on that we didn't customize. That's the reason this you're facing these issues. Okay, and name of the user, I'll just say Anil, and job, I'll say like sorry. Name of the user. Problem we have to customize then only. Anyway, let's take some risk. That's all. Username should be Anil. Okay, and job, example job. Job should be example manager. Here it's not showing in. Okay, next one more user. Username is Ashraf and job is developer. Example. Okay, so there are two users. I mean, this is called dictionary. We have practiced really. We have practiced. If you have to download this particular file, where in your present working directory of the exam present working directory we have already set in second question, right? So I don't have to explain it again. So you should be always in this. Okay, your present working directory should be always this. So be careful, understand it. So now what we have to do, we have to download it from this particular path. In our case, we have different path. Understanding? I'll just download it. I'm just going to download it. What command we have used? Vget. Okay, vget command. I usually have taught vget command in package management chapter. Understanding? So just come to this machine. Okay, let's see. User.yaml file, user list.yaml file is not available here. I'm just going to give it wget, and I'll just specify the what location. My case it is server A. Okay, slash user underscore list.yml. Resolving, connecting. Will know route to host. One second, please. Okay, sorry. Here HTTPD, sorry. I'll just add firewall -cmd -, add -service HTTPD. You don't have to do these things in exam. Okay, this all will be ready. Understand it. So just to say again, file is downloaded. Check ls now. File is available. File name is userlist.yaml. Earlier it was not there. So this is how the simple things are simple. Okay. Now what is the question? Let's continue. So first you have to download this file. This file contains list of user. Okay, and it is a dictionary file. It's a dictionary file. Please, you try to understand. You don't have to create. No need to create this file. It will be available. They're asking you to download. Once downloaded, it's better you open and check it. So given here, see, you just open the file to get an idea. That's all. To get an idea. So you have to download in your working directory. Very clearly mentioned. Using the password vault created elsewhere in this exam. Okay, so elsewhere in this exam, we created password vault. Look here in this question, right? So in this question, we have created password vault. Created in what? Our working directory only. So this file will be really available. So in my case, I'm just going to create it manually. Okay, but here, okay, they have mentioned different mechanism to create this particular file, but I'm not going to follow this. What I'll do is I'm just going to create a file in my machine directly. Okay, I'm not going to demand Ansible Vault to read the read the password from a particular file. Instead, what I'll do is I'll just copy this. I'm just going to create the file here directly. Okay, I'll give password btm at 123 btm at 123 given. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just copy those things. Okay, these things I'll copy. Okay, I'm copying just for typing is problem. You look at this, what this is all difficult to type. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll paste here and I'm going to save it. Okay, I'll save this. Understand? Save. File is ready. Look here, vault file is available. You just try to vault.yaml. Sorry. Vault.yaml. Look here, it is encrypted. So clear, right? So in this we have passwords. We have passwords in this. Okay. So this is their trick understanding. 14th question is interrelated to 9th question. If you couldn't solve 9th question, that's all. 14th question also will lose. Okay, there are so many interrelated questions like this. So that's what I said initially. Now, it's clear both files are available. Next, we'll go back to our 14th question again. Okay, using password vault created elsewhere in this exam, create playbook called create user.yaml that create user account as follows. So file name should be create user.yaml. Understand? Create underscore user.yaml, and that should follow this below demands. User with job description of developer should be user with job description of developer. So how you know this? You have to open this file. Which file? the file which you have downloaded. From that you can, in our case, we have given job description manager, job description developer, right? So same way, okay, same thing will be available there also, understand? So user with job description, user with job description developer should be created on managed nodes in development department, development and test. In our case, we don't have development and test. What I'll do is I'll make it. I'll just go to my machine. I'll open my host file. Okay, host file means my inventory file. I'm just going to create a group here. I'll just say like I'll create a group dev. Oh, sorry. Just to create a group dev. DEV. Okay, and only one machine server B. Next group is example. Next group is what? Prod. Prod. Okay, actually there is test also, but leave it. Okay, we don't have much machine. Okay, so prod we have A, and I'll just delete this. Clear development and production departments, two departments we have. Now just come back to this, and so create. I mean, like this particular means user with job description developer must be created on managed nodes dev and okay test host group. We have dev only, that's enough just for understanding. Assigned to password should be assigned, which is available in dev pass variable, which is okay understanding DevOps. It should be in DevOps group. So group is really not available, so you must add a task in your script to create a group by name DevOps, understanding. Next, second is users with job description of manager should be created under prod, and password should be manager pass. You remember, right? This manager pass, dev pass, manager pass, dev pass, understanding? Same thing. Manager pass variable member. Okay, and should be okay. This is what operation manager, OPS MGR. These two group doesn't exist. You must create this group first. That should be the first task. Okay, without creating this group, if you try to create a user, things will be a problem, right? Okay, and password should use. This is the first time we are using these things. Okay, password should use the SHA vital hash format. So password should be okay encrypted. Actually encrypted. Anil, one moment, please. There is a call from office. Please wait one moment. Okay, thanks. Now, what I'll do is I'm just going to write what was the name? Create user, right? I have copy again, and create user.yaml, create underscore user.yaml. Just say like vim create underscore user.yaml and paste here. I'm just going to indent, okay, keep proper indentation. So I'll, if we customize this, it is very easy. 1 second. Okay, otherwise you face problems. So please wait for a moment. Dot C and set is equal to 2. Set okay, now file name. Look here, variable file names are proper, right? Variable file names are proper. Okay, variable file names are proper. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, so I'm in a hurry, so let's listen to these mistakes. Okay, and tasks. This is the first task. I'll just name something, okay? Some name, that's all. Okay, when you are writing in exam, you must give proper names, okay? That is very important. I've told you group doesn't exist, so creating the group first, that is the first work. And we are using loop, because we want to create 2 groups. Understand? We want to create 2 groups, so we are using loop. First name. Okay, second group name. This group doesn't exist, we are creating it. Next is user creation. So user module is used. I'll explain it. Please wait. Let me just keep proper indentation first. and I'll make little changes in my condition because okay, we don't have test group here, so I'll explain. Please wait. The loop. Okay. Hey. Look here. I think I have to give name also, just to give the name. Okay, you must give proper naming. Okay, I'm just giving something. Leave. Look here. First, what will happen is it will create a group. I think I don't have to explain. This is very clear. Item and all you know well. Second is what? Second task is we want to create user accounts. User accounts, and those user should be okay. What added to the DevOps group which we are creating here, DevOps, and password should be set and password should be hashed with 512. So this is password, and we are using what? Dev pass. What is dev pass? Dev pass is actually a variable available in val.user, val.yaml is a variable. Dev pass is a variable. Okay, so we are just referring that variable here. Dev pass. This is how we refer the variable, right? But if you just refer variable, not enough because they are asking you to hash it. So that's the reason we are okay. We have used pipe symbol here. There is a pipe symbol, and password hash is the okay another command used for that. Understanding password underscore hash, and just to give the okay whether you want SHA-512, SHA-256, MD5, Blowfish, whatever. Understanding? So you must mention in okay parenthesis and close the reference. Okay, if anything should ask. And here we have used loop. In loop, what we have mentioned user. What is user? This is our dictionary heading. User is our dictionary heading, right? You just cat into user list dot. You see, this is user. This is our dictionary heading. Understanding? So that is what you have to mention because this all comes under okay dictionary headings only. So you have to just mention this. In this there is name, job. Again, this is one dictionary. This is second dictionary. Understanding? There are two dictionaries. Okay, so here we are just offering user. Okay, the user will go and hit to that file, that particular dictionary heading. In that you have what? Multiple values. There is name, job. So we are using item.name. So item.name will hit, okay, will hit first, understanding, first name in the dictionary under item.name. And below you see you have it. So we are using loop because in your exam file, okay, exam file may contain so many user accounts. In our case, we have added only Anil and Ashraf. But in exam, you may have lot of users. That's the reason we have used loop here. And there is a condition. Condition what they mentioned, inventory host name. This is the first time we are using this particular variable. Inventory host name in groups dev. Okay, we have a dev groups and or inventory host name in groups trust. They have mentioned very well here. Inventory host name should be the inventory created managed nodes in the dev test host groups assign password. So it should be like this inventory host name. So in our case we don't have test. So what I'll do is I'll make little changes here. I'll just delete. I'll just delete this. Okay, first this parenthesis because we have only one. Okay, we are using just AND operator. Okay, we have used condition and an operator. Okay, or operator. I don't need this. I have only one. Okay, there are two conditions. First condition is inventory hostname in groups dev and item dot job. What is item? Item will hit. Okay, loop is referring. Okay, file variable. This variable available in this. Okay, variable file. Understanding in that job manager and developer. So if it is developer, okay. So what they are saying, for developers, user account must be created. For developers, user account must be created and kept in dev. DevOps. And password should be set dev pass. Understanding? So this is what this will do. And second, you have one more condition for operation managers should be created in another, right? So this whole same thing, I don't have to explain it again. Look here, inventory hostname in groups prod. We have production, right? And item dot job should be manager. Then it should be okay. So create an account for these users and keep in operation manager group. So production is what our host group. Dev is our host group, and this is what developer is a job name which is available in user list file. Understanding? So here also it should be hashed with 512. Understanding? So good idea is keep do it. That's only the idea. Understand? So you will not forget. Okay, if you just read and code, really no use. So let me just try to execute it. There is okay. I'll try to execute. If there is an error, we will shoot it. Okay, let's try to execute. You try to understand. You cannot directly execute it. Okay, this file you can see this what create, right? Create. This is not encrypted, but this particular place referring a particular file. That file name is vol.yaml, which is encrypted. So if you just try as usual Ansible -playbook, I'll just try to do syntax check, okay, because there is a chance for syntax error. Syntax check, and I'll just say like create user. Look here, enter. Okay, it says there is a syntax error. Let me check syntax error. Sorry. This syntax error.
The last task, user.
Last task.
Yeah, user indentation.
Oh, correct.
It should come below name.
Yeah, sir, correct. See what it says, attempt into decrypt, but not vault. So what if you want to execute, okay, if you want to execute or if you want to run the syntax check, proper syntax check, you must give the, okay, you must say like hyphen vault ID, right? Vault -ID at prompt. We have learned this at prompt. At prompt. Okay, that's all. And file name is enter. So asking vault ID. Vault ID is BTM at 123. So try to understand we didn't encrypt the real play, but okay, we are referring a particular variable file that is encrypted. Okay, so there is some implicit. These errors are completely related to our host file. Okay, so what it says. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's see. Let me just try to execute. Okay, I'm just going for real execution. Server C, server B, A, server, okay, A and B, Anil.
Yeah.
Created. successfully created.
Yes.
Okay. Now we don't want to check it's created. Okay, so you can just
Yes.
give cat slash pc slash password web created. Okay.
Yes.
So check in shadow file. You can see password will be password. Yes, hashed. Understanding.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So also check. You can check in and get an entity. Just to check ID and ID and you see and it is okay. Operation manager group member. Understand.
Yes. Yes.
So next, there are 3 more questions. See, Anil, I wrote, I wrote recently, this exam just for, renewing my RHC certification. I've done RHC certification in 2020, 27, January 27. Understand? Okay, so just for renewing, I've written recently 2-3 days back. Okay, I got 285 mark. So I was, I'll tell you, I'm taking class, so I'm okay. Understanding. So practicing, right? You also just practice. Practice, you can score big mark. Okay, and remaining 3, I'll make ready the lab setup within 1 or 2 days, and I'll inform you. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ashraf.